Good morning, it's Monday, day 9. Had a little bit of rain overnight, got a little bit just trapped in that tarpaulin there, but I'll just get a bucket, scoop it out and get that off. Just loading around all the plants, I've got them on my van, all the terrestrial and aquatic plants. Got some cobbles ready, I've got some logs ready for some bits and pieces around the outside of the ponds. So first job, get all this pulled back, get some sand in there around the bottom, and start getting the liners in. So I just got the aquablock sat in there now, so that's how that's going to sit. So I'm just going to take both the pump vault and the aquablock out now, line that with some sand and get the first liner in. Then we'll start backfilling around the pump vault and the aquablock with the liner pulled back, make them nice and snug. That's the first layer of protective liner in. That's sort of doubled and tripled up in places as well. Never have too much protective liner, especially when this grounds was a little bit stony and concretey in places. So I've cleared out what I can, got that liner in, so triple bagged it in places. Gonna get the waterproof membrane on now, and then another layer of protective fabric on top of that, ready for the boulders. That's the waterproof liner in. I'm just gonna straighten out a few little wrinkles as I start putting the top overlay protective layer on. So what I've done now is I've just rolled back the protective liner and the waterproof liner, the other side, the pump vault and the aquablock, and I'm just going to fill all this up with soil now around the little void where that was dug in, and then we'll put that back, do the same the other side, and that'll be all snug as a bug in a rug. So I've just taken a break from the rocking just to fix the power supply for the lighting. And I'm just running that round because I want to make sure I get them in the shelves that I want and not get rocking and forget where to put these lights afterwards. So it's a lot easier to run the cables and then gravel over them and rock them in. So I've got one light's going to be aiming that way, one kind of central, the other one this way. You want your lights pointing away from the main viewing area, you don't want to be blinded. So these are be sort of 10 inches, 12 inches underwater, giving a nice effect when the waterfall comes down. I'm going to add another one aiming up at the waterfalls that way, and then another one on this shelf here as well. So sort of cover all angles really. Bit of a progress one, rocking my way up, got the one shelf left to go, just giving the pond a bit more of a top up. I'm going to bring the water level up just to give the lilies a bit more depth for them, forming the skimmer bay here, so the water will be coming up here, the aquablock's under here, so the skimming action will be taking place in this area here. This will be planted up. I've got various aquatic plants here, I've left some aquatic pockets. And then it's going to be sort of bare root planted into the stones to anchor them into the river gravel there. So that'll probably be tomorrow, but I'm going to just carry on. I'm going to work around these corners, get one more, try and get one more shelf higher. Okay, another update. Some got one of the wing walls done at the waterfall there, just building up the berm at the back. Got this edge done here, got one of the big boulders here and a slightly smaller one there. That there is going to be a planting pocket. All this, the liner sort of created a fold, so if any water does get through from that point, which it shouldn't do because of how I've foamed and fitted the boulders, but if it does, there's a return fold here and that'll track it back inside here, and then it'll bring it all the way inside this line on the curve and then back through the pebble beach. But in reality it shouldn't really come any further than here once the waterfall's running. So I'm just going to finish this corner off and then probably make a start over that side there. Okay, so just a little update. I've got that pipe glued in now with the holes I've just been drilling. That's starting to be filled in with the river gravel. I've left the holes open for now, and they'll probably just be covered by rocks, and the idea that it just trickle down over the whole of that top shelf. I've got a couple of creeping jennies I've planted there. I've got 1, 2, 3 purple loose strife that I've put in, and I've got 1, 2 giant marsh marigolds there. They're just the marginals, so I'm going to put a little bit more water in here in a minute, working my way up the banks. I'm just going to get this waterfall section formed, and then I can start covering that secret waterfall pipe. Yeah, it's coming on nice. Okay, another update. Got one of the wing walls done at the waterfall there, just building up the berm at the back. Got this edge done here, got one of the big boulders here and a slightly smaller one there. That there is going to be a planting pocket. All this, the liner sort of created a fold, so if any water does get through from that point, which it shouldn't do because of how I've foamed and fitted the boulders, but if it does, there's a return fold here and that'll track it back inside here, and then it'll bring it all the way inside this line on the curve and then back through the pebble beach. But in reality it shouldn't really come any further than here once the waterfall's running. So I'm just going to finish this corner off and then probably make a start over that side there. Okay, end of the day, quick progress. So the top of that side's all done. I've just got this side to do. I've been hanging on for this side because I've got one more fitting to arrive for the connection to the pump, the dual union valve there. So that'll be done tomorrow. Hopefully be able to get it all turned on. Have that running tomorrow, and I can start with this brick wall then. Get some planting done above. So I've got the routine bulbs move planted there. And add a couple more at the top. Get the blue junipers hanging down over these boulders as well. So all in all, good day. Good morning, it's Wednesday, day 11, and pond's been looking good overnight. I've just got this last connection to do this morning. Fitting came to join the pump to the pipe work down here. That'll be the first job. I'm going to get these electrics over here, clip to the post, and then cover those that are under the ground in some ballast. Finish rocking up this side here, get some more planting done. I want to get that all finished today. I want to get the planting done at the top, build the berm up a bit more up higher here. If I need to get a couple more rocks, I will do. I want to get this done and running by today, that's the plan. And then after that, it'll be getting this brick wall built here, up there, and then the paving will be the last job. Let's get this pond finished today. Okay, so pump's connected down the pump vault. I'll just pop that lid on and I can start rocking over that in a minute. I've I've got the electrics are all clipped to the posts, so they'll be hardcored over just to protect those a little bit more before the soil goes on. And then I've also just planted a couple of these small alpines. I've got one there and one there. I've got 3 more I'm going to put there before I do the main planting across the top of the berm once I've built up a bit. But next job, let's get this bit finished here, get this all rocked in, get the pebble beats done, and then I can start building that berm up at the back afterwards and get this waterfall running. Just got the water filling up again. I'm going to stop it in a minute while I just do that final rocking. Just got the biofalls in the bag. I'm going to pop them up here on top of the filter pads. And the purpose of all these biofalls is all that surface area is going to collect good bacteria, and that's going to help clean the water. Every time it passes through, all that bacteria is going to take all the nutrients out of the water, help keep the algae down. And then we'll just rock this over, make that look natural up top. But almost time to turn it on in a little bit. I just want to see how it runs before I do my final bit of rocking. Yeah, looking good. So I'm just letting it run for a bit now. This water, it's got to take time to clear. It's got all the sediment of the rocks and the gritty bits. So that might take a day or two before that gets crystal clear, till it works around the filter. So everything planted up there. We've got the reeds, got the hosta just there. I've just placed one of the plant the rest of these wildlife friendly plants up here, plus a couple of blue junipers. So I'm going to get them dug in. I'm going to create a bit of a log area around here. Dragonfly perch coming across the pond here. So get in there, and then obviously I've just got to, when I knock up the mortar for the brick wall I'm doing, I'll fix those remaining four, I think it's about four slabs down there, and then that will complete the wildlife pond. But yeah, that's looking nice there. Got some nice white water cascading through a few different bits. We've got the secret waterfall area just coming down there. Got to see it creeping through there, which is nice. So, yeah, really happy with that, and it's a lovely sound as well. Okay, end of the day. All rocked, all mulched, all planted. Added some extra boulders at the top. Got my dragonfly perch over the water, a little log area there. Bit of habitat for frogs. So that's still clearing. That'll probably be clear in the morning. And see what it looks like then. And that's all mulched up here. So yeah, really happy with that. Good day's work.